Dynasty is yeah. Dynasty is live. Yeah. Dynasty is live. Get it back. Yeah. From the ground floor. Yeah, we started with a vision. Blueprint in the smoke, guard pressure, all precision. Late nights, hard calls, every move had a reason. Built it brick by brick. Now the whole room fever. Hope up been hit. Up the love in the crowd. Hands in the air, yeah, they said it out loud. Every grin, every shout, we could feel it come down. From a sea to a wave, now we run this town. Hold up. You can hear it in the brass. Cut sharp, cut clean. Every step got a stamp. Every bar got steam. We've been moving too fast for the old out team. Now the name hit the room like a live wire beam. Now the dynasty is live. Now the dynasty is live.
Welcome back to Brick Dynasty Live. Tonight's guest has a lot of bees in his life. We got Bearded Builders Guild, BBG Forge, and Brick Slopes. That's a lot of bees.
That is a lot of bees.
And we don't need to wonder because there's the beard. It is present and it is majestic.
It's a little rough today, but it's all right.
Yeah.
I tried to do a quick blow dry right before I came on, but it's a weekday.
I was thinking about it yesterday, and we're the same generation, so you must be familiar with the Misfits logo, the Crimson Ghost, maybe.
Sounds familiar.
Okay, so the Misfits were a punk band, late 80s, around there. And they have this, they're always black shirts with like a white kind of skull ghost thing in the front.
Yeah.
It's like the signature thing for that scene.
Nice.
The bearded minifigure head is the Lego equivalent of that.
Yeah.
It's like it has become such an iconic thing, instantly recognizable, and it's pretty incredible.
Thanks. Yeah, my buddy made it. I didn't make it. I just wear it a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was sharing this on Instagram and I did it. Not a good job. I didn't hit post. That's not helpful.
Yeah, that's right.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah. Instagram's a tough one. I still haven't figured that out, but that's neither here nor there. All right. So before we dive into all of the million things you have going on, has Lego always been a part of your life?
Yeah, I got Lego when I was 7 years old ish. I got my first big set when I was 7. It's the Black Seas Barracuda. I got it tattooed on my leg in my 40s. So yeah, always been around. Minus the brief moment. I'm the traditional AFOL. I had a slight dark age. So
Only slight?
only slight.
That's awesome. I'm guessing that was right around the age of like girls or sports or.
Yeah, it was. I got some Lego in high school. Like I was collecting some Star Wars because Star Wars just started coming out. That was in 99, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ish. I graduated in 01, and then college I didn't really buy a ton. So like 2001 to 2000. I don't know, 3-ish. There's a couple of years, the college years, right? So missed that chunk. So yeah.
What brought you back into it?
I actually found a lug, which is really weird because our lug turns 20 this year, but I've been in that lug for 19 years. So that's, more mind blowing too.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you lug 20 years. Camera sucks. But yeah, so that's kind of what really got me back into full steam into Lego.
Has your involvement with the lug changed?
Yeah, I did president for some time. I've been treasurer for a long time now. So that's kind of what I've been doing. Done. Sorry, I was doing the post. Share, social media, hoopla, hoopla. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of lug stuff for a long time, but now I'm just the treasurer. I've been the treasurer for a while. I got too busy. I had to step down from president when I started Brick Slopes. It was just too much, hobby job, hobby club, all the things. So
Yeah. Yeah. Hobby will run the time out on you.
Mhm.
Hobby just eats up every minute of your life.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's no fun when your hobbies really becomes too much work and you're like, no, I need to not do this too. And that's like the thankless job doing lug things because you're literally trying to do a job for no money, just for fun. Help your Lego friends, So not ideal.
Now, when you're in a position like that in a lug, does that, because that's actually work, basically,
Oh yeah.
that does that take away from the hobby, or because it's benefiting the hobby, it's kind of a wash?
In the beginning, for me, being in the lug actually helped me become more of an AFOL, and so I was building more mocks and I was being more creative, and I spent a lot of years doing displays, and I'm like, okay, I want to up this display. I've been building pirate islands. I started with like version 1, got up to like version 7. It's like pirate island, pirate island, pirate island every time, and so it was helping me get better. But at certain points in our displays, there was time where I think I was covering 8 sections, and one section was like 18 base plates, and I was covering 8 of those, and it was just too much. Like I was just like killing myself to try to do these stupid train shows, and we're like, oh man, it was some hard times. I mean, it was exciting because I was younger and it was easier, but now it's not as easy. And now I don't display as much as I used to, but that's partially because of other things. But yeah.
Do you display at your own show?
I kind of stopped doing that a couple years ago. I did for Brick Slopes for a good chunk of the beginning. The last couple of years, I've had very small displays. I used to build massive, obviously. Like I used to build crazy things. I have a 7-foot tower of Isengard that I built over a decade ago. And yeah, I haven't. The last big display I did, I actually had a first order hanger that my friends actually had to set up for me because I was too busy trying to do the convention stuff. I'm like, hey guys, can you just figure out my mock and let's lay this out? And so I had a bunch of friends jump in and put it together. But ever since then, it's been a good couple of years since I've had a big mock.
So how did the convention start? Was that just a thing
Yeah.
you thought might be fun one day, or do you
Well,
have big dreams there?
So in 2012, I went to my first Lego convention. It was BrickCon in Seattle. They've been going along for a long time. I think they're having their 25th anniversary this year, which is crazy. So I went there, and then the next year I went to Brooks Cascade in Oregon with 2 friends. We drove up there, took big mocks, and we're driving home. We're about to run out of gas. I'm stressing out because I'm like, we're not going to make it. And my buddy's like, why don't we have a convention at home? I was like, that is an excellent point. Why don't we have a convention at home? And so I got together with 2 other buddies, and we're like, okay, we're going to have a convention at home. So we started Brick Slopes the year after that. 2014 was Brick Slopes' first year. So yeah, and that's
That
kind of
came
how.
together fast.
Yeah, that's kind of how it happened. So I was like, it was March of 2013, and then it was, yeah, I think we incorporated that summer, and then did it the following May. We did Brick Slopes on May the 4th weekend for a lot of years. We did a lot of Star Wars stuff in the beginning. So
Wow, that's insane progress. Okay, so how does something like that come together? Do you just find a venue and then hope like hell people come? Because at the
yeah,
time, social media wasn't
ironically,
so
most businesses fail their first 5 years, right?
Yep.
That's just a normal business. You just expect to lose. But ironically, our first year, we actually succeeded, which was super weird. It was just like word of mouth on Facebook. it blew out of the water. We had no idea. We found a venue. We rented the venue. I actually took a loan out on my car to fund the convention. But I will tell people for the faint of heart, because it took me a decade to even profit from Brick Slopes. So it was become a labor of love because, right, I am for the AFOLs. I want my AFOL friends to have a good time. So, but yeah, it's not an easy process. But yeah, it's find a venue. We have to have a decorator that sets up pipe and drape and tables and things. And then those are the two big major expenses usually. And then obviously the public comes and pays for the party pretty much. So.
Man, yeah, that's not the kind of thing you just you go to VC and try to raise capital that way.
No, and it's really hard, especially like if you want to get a business loan, because banks are like, you have how much Lego? Well, they don't care because it's a toy. They don't count it as a valued asset.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have 1.5 tons of loose brick. Does that count? And they're like, nope, sure doesn't. So, yeah.
Does it get easier to finance over time?
Yeah. We're finally gotten to a place where it's, fed itself and kind of maintained and hung on, and it's ebbed and waned over the years. I think we're now in our 11th, 12th year, 11 tries, right? One pandemic year.
Yeah. That's amazing.
But yeah, so now it's finally gotten to a place where it can maintain and hang on, and we don't lose our shorts. But
Good. Yeah. How long at the current venue?
How long is the what?
How long have you been at the current venue?
So we were actually, ironically, our first year super successful, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna double down and go crazy. Our second year, and we actually lost real hard our second year, and so we had to move. The third year, we went down to a college because they gave us a better deal on the venue, because that's your biggest expense. And so we went down to the college for a couple of years, tried that a couple of times, kind of slowly built a little bit back up so we could go back up to closer to Salt Lake. The other one's in Utah County, which is about 45 minutes south. It's just not as many people as in Salt Lake. And so we were there for a few years, and then we went back up to the venue where we've been at since then. So kind of mixed like 3 or 4 years at a college, and then the rest of the time's been at the same venue. So
it's going to be a better atmosphere where you're at than a college.
Yeah, it's nice because it's actually an expo center, and we have a really good relationship with the hotel. They give us a killer deal. Like I think our cheapest room is like $129 a night, which most conventions that I've been to many. And that's a pretty good, decent hotel rate. So, yeah, that's the Hyatt House. It's just a half a mile like down the hill, which is nice. So it's real close. Yeah, it's walkable. It's a hill, but people are pretty good. They're like, hey, do you need a ride down? And yeah. You'll see AFOLs picking up people up and down the slopes.
That's great. After doing it for so many years, do you have a hard time going to other conventions?
No, because when I go to other conventions, then I'm having a vacation. I'm on a break, so it's nice because then I'm like, yeah, I can just go hang out and have a good time.
All right. Do you find yourself picking them apart a little bit?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
I know for a fact, well, not for a fact, but I will boast that we are the only convention that actually takes all the AFOL money that we get from AFOLs and we give it back to AFOLs. I know for pretty damn sure that we are the only convention that does that. So
when you say that, do you mean like for the sake of reinvestment?
No, I'm saying you buy an AFOL pass, it's $125. That $125, I don't take any profit from that money. That money gets spent on the AFOLs, and it goes back to the AFOLs in our swag, in our gifts, in the food, in the party. It all goes back to them. We don't keep any of that.
Okay, so does that play into the King of Swag?
It sure does. Yes, I am. Josh Hanlon obviously has been around the world. He's been to a ton of conventions. Him and John, and they're the ones that actually called me the King of Swag. Okay. They coined that because they're like, we've been everywhere in the world, and you guys give out more swag than anybody else. So I've been hanging on to that. I've been waiting for somebody to take the title, but it's a hard game to do.
Those are the right people to give you a name like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. They would know, right? You would hope they would know. So
yeah, that's not your average
not
person
me.
off the street. Yeah.
No. I mean, I have a wristband now that says the King of Swag, so I mean that it helps. But
Oh, now it's official. All right.
it's very official. I used to my brick badge. I used to wear it as a crown, but I ended up getting so many 1x8 bricks that I'm like, I can't. And heavy was the head that wore the brick, so I had to stop wearing it. Last year was a treasure chest. I need to build it into something else now for this year's castle theme. So,
oh, Queen of the Slopes. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's take a peek over at chat here and say hello real quick.
I'm like, oh yeah, there's a chat there.
Oh yeah. So let's see. Brick Maiden's here with us. Hello and congratulations officially. Nikki Malone Daniels. Hello.
Nikki's one of the business partners. She's
fantastic. Alejandro, I think is how you say that. Welcome. Superhawks, hello out there. Sipping with the suds, going to my first brick slopes this year.
Hey.
There you go. I'd love to see that.
First try.
Let's see. Mav's here. Hello, Mav.
Hey, Mav.
Sure bricks a lot. Slopes is the best.
Oh, thanks, Ron. Boop.
Yep. All right. M says that's an improvement from Savage Queen.
Nice. So savage. She loves minifigs. She loves them.
Oh yeah. Still need a brick badge for each name. Yeah.
Ironically, if you come to Brick Slopes and you're hanging out with us, every year I do a personalized 1x8 brick that I only give out at Brick Slopes. I am trying to remember what I did last year now. I can't remember. It's gone forever. I've done hydration is the key. I did boop. Stuff I say most of the time. I did one that said this is fine with the fire, like the meme.
Yeah.
Hydration is the key is a good one. I did that one time. But, yeah.
Do you just print off a bunch of those before the show? That kind of thing? Okay.
Yep.
It's pretty cool when you can actually make some of the stuff you hand out yourself.
Yeah, my buddy was doing it a lot for me, but he's kind of taken a step back, and so I've kind of had to start learning how to print things, and so I'm not great at it. You can ask Brick Hive. I printed him some tiles that I felt like looked like garbage, but he's like, "Nah, it's fine." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So I just sent them to him. I'm like, "Nah, you just have these." I guess M and Mav both got their bricks, so maybe they're happy with those. I don't know. So, yeah.
Is there a steep learning curve on that?
I'm not a graphic designer, so using Adobe Illustrator is very hard.
Okay.
And then you have to line it up to go in this thing, and this thing's complicated. A high precision machine that I don't know how to use fully.
All right. Em says she's super happy with hers.
Oh, there you go. Ron's got it. Dat booty, though. That was last year's brick. The reason I couldn't remember, Ron, is because I can't find... I had a tiny 1x8 or 8 bricks on a badge that I kept separate from my treasure chest. I have not found it yet. It's probably packed in the Brick Slope stuff somewhere. So I'm like... I've been without it since August.
Does Slopes get its own storage area?
Fun fact, right now, Brick Slopes has 3 storage units. So, yeah, we just purchased the 3D printed castle from Nate from the internet. So we've got that one stored in a cold unit. And then my buddy Brian, he's selling his house where we kept stuff in a shed, and I just moved everything out of my garage. We finally moved into a storage unit, so I was like, this is nice. Finally cleared out my garage. But my living room's chock full of loose brick right now.
Yeah.
So I just got our order, and I need to go through that stuff. So.
Jeez. Never a dull moment. No. Brick Babe's here too. Hey, Lene.
Oh, hey. Hey, Lene. Boop. I saw her potentially from afar in Virginia when I was there in like 21 or 19. I can't remember. Maybe it was 21. I think it was 21. but I never actually talked to her. So we've talked a lot online, but I need to meet her in person one of these days. So,
Oh, Sean's here too.
hey,
What's going on,
Sean.
Sean? And okay, so this is year 12.
Yes.
12.
Year 12, 11 tries.
Okay. When did you move away from the fort?
That was probably in the summer when we were at the colleges. I think we did like June something for one of them. But honestly, we ended up moving to the end of August because in May and June, you're fighting everything in Utah you can do against for the public wise. You've got family reunions, you've got camping, you've got people hiking, family reunions. They're just gone, right? All summer. You're going on family vacations. But if we do it at the end of August, everybody's home. First few weeks of school, they're like, we need something to do. Boom, go to the expo center. And our public numbers have been rivaling that of Brick Worlds for a couple of years, which has been nice.
Fantastic.
So,
It's a lot of people.
yeah, I think last year we had 13,000 public-ish.
Wow.
But I think it was 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, we had like 15,000. Like it was wild. It was wild. So,
And that's still Saturday and Sunday, right? 2
so
days?
we actually do Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, Friday's public too. Okay.
Yeah. So we do a little time on Friday, Saturday, full day, and Sunday, like 10 to 4 or something.
Okay. So you do 1 day for setup prior to the public?
Yeah, so we do AFOL day on Thursday, but there is a little setup time on Friday morning, so it's kind of like a day and a half of setup time. But we do AFOL stuff the whole time. You know, it starts Thursday, goes till Sunday.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's kind of the perfect amount of time for people who are trying to get sitters, I think. To me, that feels like good babysitter length. More than 4 days is kind of a stretch to me.
As a parent, I'll say 4 days is easier. Like if I go to a convention, 4 days is easier. But as an AFOL, I have gone to several where I've been gone for 5+ days. Like 6 days is too long. 5 days is, still a lot, but I don't know. I guess it depends if you're going for fun. Like I went to Bricks Cascade and I went Thursday to Monday, but I ended up not getting a late flight until Monday night. So I was kind of there for too long and I was like, I just need to get home. But
And you've also done so many at this point.
Yeah, so my goal was to hit every recognized AFOL networking event. So right now there's currently 15 in the world. Brick Slopes is one of them, and those are the events that are recognized by LEGO. I've started to hit a few that are not recognized. Like I think Bricks in the Six was in Toronto in November. They just barely got recognized this last year, but I had gone a couple of times. I'm going to hit the one in Manchester next year in February, Bricktastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's one in Portugal I haven't been to, one in Japan. And I think that's the only 3 I haven't hit yet that are recognized.
Is Australia recognized?
Oh, yeah, that one too. Yeah, Brickvention. That's right.
That's the one.
Yeah. The really far away world ones are the only ones I haven't hit yet. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people have been talking a lot about Nebraska Brick Days. I haven't been to that one yet, but it's not currently recognized. But I have tried a few others that are not recognized now that I've hit all the ones in the North America realm that are. So,
is there a noticeable difference
between recognized and not recognized?
Yep.
Yeah, I went to Brick Universe 1 year. And that was it's just a public expo, right? It's just like, they contact the local lug, the lug displays, but it's not really an AFOL experience. Our goal at Brick Slopes is to make it an AFOL experience. And then, that's our motivation, but other conventions, it's not the case.
So not being recognized, What does that hold back?
If you're recognized by Lego, they do provide some support. So anything Lego gives us, we give it away. So
That's
that's
awesome.
kind of, we get an option to do an order where we get loose parts, which is helpful. That way we can give out more stuff. And, we give a lot of loose brick away with sets. So that way you get good options, good spread.
Cool. You still, even being recognized, you still have the like the copyright limitations. Like you can't.
Yeah, there was one year where we had the 3D images of Jack Sparrow on our flyer and on our website, and they're like, no, you don't do that. We a couple years ago, I want to say it was probably 5 years ago now, they're like, you can't print your logo on minifig torsos anymore. Don't do that. Don't do that. So
because
so our original Brick Slopes figs from the year 2 actually had the logo printed on figs up until year 5 or 6, and they're like, no, don't do that anymore. So yeah.
They were at least cool about it, and they just said,
oh yeah, they're just like, don't do that anymore. You're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we have a pretty good relationship with Lego, so obviously we want to keep in their good graces, and not officially, whatever the word is, recognized or licensed by Lego, but we're a recognized AFOL networking event. So
All right.
or they just changed the terms, and I can't remember what the new terms are, but yeah.
Is the connection for an event different than the connection like through a lug?
I've met a lot of people obviously going to conventions and made a lot of AFOL friends that are now spread all over the place, that literally now when I go to a Lego convention, I'm going to hang out with my Lego friends that I met at a Lego convention. So, but I'm still good friends with people in my lug, obviously, but I have the people that I talk to on a pretty consistent basis are my Lego friends that are spread everywhere, right? So as far as connection goes, I'd say it's a great way to make connection. So clutchy.
What do you say here? Porter's here too. What's going on? Keynote is for AFOLs. Do the keynote speeches get recorded?
Too soon, but yes.
Okay.
So last year we had Brian Zaviano, Bricks O'Brien was our keynote last year. Before that, it was Girl Bricks a Lot, Nicole.
Yep.
We've had Mark and Boone were our keynote. I think that one was recorded. There's been some struggle in the recording department with cameras and issues and lost files, but this year, this is the year. It's gonna be good.
Where does that kind of thing live? Is that over on YouTube? Or?
Yeah, so Brick Slopes actually just started a YouTube channel recently, so we're going to start loading stuff there now.
Cool.
Yeah, we didn't have one before. Now we're trying to. I think there's some informational videos out there if you want. If you want to follow Brick Slopes on YouTube.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Don't anybody rush right over there right this second, but
there's a little bit. Just go follow it, and then you can see some things. But
yeah.
So
make sure to do that.
Nikki's very organized. She's getting us sorted. We'll be better.
You always need one person around who can actually stay on top of those things.
It's true. I'm just a dumb pirate, so I'm just like, treasure, yeah, drink. Where's the rum? Oh, it's gone. That's right.
That's going to be a difference too between being at the expo center versus being at the college. Is you could probably have some drinks at the expo center, right?
You cannot actually.
Really?
No.
Okay.
But we sure have a good time at the hotel after.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Every time.
Okay, so no drinks. Yeah.
Utah's a little weird, so we're.
No, that's right.
Yeah. It's a little more different. It's different. I mean, Brick Fair had the same kind of problem. Like they had to make sure everyone that was 21 was not 21 was kicked out for Brick Fair. Yeah.
Really? Wow, that complicates things.
Yeah, but where there's a will, there's a way in a pirate land.
Now, in Utah, aren't there areas that are completely dry over there? Or is that just a thing that people
No, I
outside of
mean,
the
you
area
have to go
think
to a
of?
state liquor store to buy hard liquor, but you can go to a gas station and get a 12 pack. Like it's not, and there's certain hours that are kind of limiting, but it's most restaurants and bars and yeah,
Okay.
it's not that dry. Believe me,
All right.
I live here, I drink, so I mean,
Sounds
Utah
more like
actually brews its
Pennsylvania.
own beverages. This is a dirty pop brewed in Utah. It's a malt beverage, so
Dirty Pop.
dirty pop.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Yeah, so yeah.
Huh.
I'll crack this right now. Thanks, Utah. Good job.
Okay.
Perfect. Sweet and delicious.
Get rid of this person for being useless. There we go. Beautiful. The my tolerance for ignorance in chat is gotten a little more aggressive over time.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. No
We
patience.
don't need the ornery people of the world.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nope. Nope. Have you seen a lot of that, or has it been pretty much awesome people for the most part? I would assume.
Honestly, the Lego community is pretty awesome, so I haven't had too much issue. I mean, people have this unholy fear from Utah because Utah is a very red land, and but there's a lot of liberal people that live here, so but yeah, I haven't really seen it too much or been too much of an issue. Everyone's pretty welcoming and loving, and yeah, not a major issue. So,
Well, and if there's no drinking there, it's not like you get a bunch of like that type of rowdy behavior or anything.
well,
Well,
we
at
still
least
have
at the
some.
expo center.
Yeah, not at the expo center, but at the hotel we get a little rowdy. Last year we did karaoke. It was awesome, and yeah, we were having a good time. So we karaokeed at the hotel. Everybody was drinking, having a great time. The one hotel lady or there was a guy there that was a little angry, but I confirmed with the lady that I booked the room. I'm like, oh, okay, this is what you're doing. Got it. All right, we're good now. So they're just going to put all the rooms above the room. That way it's not a problem. So,
Okay, so participating guests will basically be the ones above, is what you're saying?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but that's fair.
yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Oh.
So it's fine. We have a good time. Like it's really nice because it actually has a outdoor patio, and after most days at the convention, people just go back to the hotel, hang out. We hang out on the patio, have beverages. It's great.
That's cool. What's the weather like out there? It's
Hot.
really
Hot and dry.
hot.
It's a desert, mountain desert. So
All right. So the
I
hot disappears fast, though, right? Is that how it works?
it depends, but like I don't know. For me, everywhere else is too hot because humidity. I hate humidity. So, but here it's a very dry land.
Hmm.
And I think Brick Slopes one year it actually rained and then it got really humid for like a day, but it burns off so quick. Like it's nice and dry. So yeah.
Don't forget to joust that like button.
Nice.
I like that one.
It is castle themed this year, so we're full tilt on the castle-y things. So
I love it.
yeah. This was last year, pirate themed. So
What's the rotation look like? How many themes do you have to work with?
well, we just have been kind of really leaning into the theme thing for extra hard, like 4 years. So,
Okay.
so it hasn't really rotated through. I mean, the first year was kind of piratey / yeah, that very first year, and so obviously we did pirate again. We did a wizard one year, so that's kind of castle-y, but it was, we do have the best convention shirts though. Like Lego's like, don't sell that again, but we do it one time and then it's like we won't do that again.
Yeah, be a slightly different against the rules version next time.
Yeah, it's just modified.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that looks like a piece of tattoo art.
Oh yeah, I really consider getting this tattooed. It's really good.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
buddy Kevin, he's made our shirts for the last probably 10 years. And yeah, he does a really good job. I've already posted the teaser for the night one. So we'll actually have 4 nights on the new shirt. So you can go check that out on the Instagram. It's there to see.
I saw that. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, there it is. It's actually right up in front of me. I wonder. Let me learn how to do things here with this machine.
Technology, we have
Oh,
it,
my word,
but it's complicated.
worse. Yeah. I swear it's a generational thing. Let's see. Can you see that?
Oh, magic.
Yeah, look at that. That thing is cool.
So yeah, that'll be the shirt this year.
Awesome.
Yeah, we still haven't figured out all the logistic things, but yeah, there will be 4 factions of night stuff. Super fun. Shirt will be dark blay.
That's great.
So,
Now I have to find StreamYard again. There it is.
yeah, like the A&E bricks from Recognized from Lego, they send them like this to the conventions. But we actually take the time and we print stuff on the back. So brick soaps themes on there. So you get that way, you know where you were. They used to Lego actually used to print the convention on the back, but then they stopped doing it. And then they just started sending everybody like, let's just make this easier and cheaper. I'm like, okay, we'll take care of that.
They're so cheap. My God.
Yeah, biggest toy maker in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Unreal. Whatever. I mean, I guess if you were expecting them to always print both sides, eventually, the quality would go down or they'd misprint it anyway.
Well, yeah, and I don't even know if these are going to work now because they've changed the name. So I'm like, well, I don't know what we're doing. Well, I guess we're giving it away this year, and we'll figure out next year because it's like Lego Fan Collab something. I don't know. They changed the name. The whole LAN thing changed, and so we were part of the one piece of the LAN. They had to recognize lugs and recognize fan media and fan communities and A&Es, and now it's different. So, yeah.
Why? I mean, it's so dumb.
Lego, that's the one thing you can consistently count on. Lego is going to change every time. It's always something different. So
yeah, just change something we ask for every once in a while. Maybe it wouldn't be so irritating. But,
I mean,
yeah.
They're sure making all those football players real happy right now. Football fans, football.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, something I don't have to collect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I felt with F1. It's fine.
Same. I'm like, go cars, yay,
Yeah.
go fast.
I'm thrilled for the people that enjoy them. Great for them. Same with the football, soccer, whatever stuff. Let them enjoy it. I'm glad they're having a blast.
Yeah.
No, thank you, please.
I'm like, I need a little break. You're killing me with all the nostalgia. Like, boom, Goonies.
Yeah.
They're like, boom, Jurassic Park. Like, man, they're just killing me in my realm of things. I'm like, I need to break. Star Wars, pow. It's just unrelenting.
Yeah. I think we get a little break for a couple months before anything else comes out, right? I mean, at least on the nostalgia end of things.
No, because June 1st is Lord of the Rings and pow.
Yeah.
Minister.
Yeah. See, it's funny because I almost don't put that in the same category.
It's 25 years old. It's like nostalgia.
Yeah. Well, but maybe it's because it still feels so current because they've been putting them out for a little bit now.
But isn't it wild that it's 25 years now and we're like, holy crap. I mean, I was watching that in high school. What?
Yeah. 25. I'm not.
But then we go back the extra 20 years and you're like, oh yeah, I watched E.T. in 80 whatever. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And did Labyrinth get approved? Did that end up happening?
I don't know if it got approved or not.
Okay.
I've been kind of out of the realm on that front. Somebody will know. Somebody will chat. Save us, maybe. I don't know.
So yeah, anyone in chat, if you know if Labyrinth got approved, let me know. I thought I had seen that, but I'm not 100%.
Not yet. Nikki says.
Right.
Nikki would know.
Well,
Too
hopefully
soon.
that happens. I want it.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Edward Scissorhands. I saw. I would love that.
See, nostalgia. They're just like, ching, ching, ching. Make it rain, AFOLs. Make it rain.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stick to that like 10-year envelope, and I'll never have to buy anything else. I'll just keep buying those years.
Ironically, I did buy like 3 F1 cars, I think, just because one was the girl race driver that my girls wanted, and I wanted the Brad Pitt one just so I could have the minifig.
Mm-hmm.
Any of the Fast and Furious cars I had to buy, but yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't because racing. That was because movies.
Yeah. Just. So.
Yeah.
I'm an addict of the brick. It's for sure. I mean, I was there on May the 4th too, like everybody else, so I could get the thing.
You got your hammer stapler. Yeah.
It was funny though because Walmart actually put out the Mandalorian poly bags that were supposed to be GWPs.
Mm-hmm.
They put them out like 2 weeks early, and so I actually got this little guy 2 weeks early, and I was like,
nice.
And then I saw it was a GWP, and I was like, I bought that at Walmart like 2 weeks ago. That's weird. Whatever.
I mean, I don't think that's bad for $5. I think that's all right.
Yeah, I was like, sweet, sold.
Yeah. Thinking about your passion for the brick there. Oh, I saw an interview with you. It feels like forever ago. It was a tour of your room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, I hadn't seen this piece anywhere on socials or anything, but you had like a giant Hydra thing.
So I have, a very long time ago. I still have it. It's the Targaryen logo, and it's a mock I built out of brick and base plate. Would not recommend. It's so heavy, but it's 36 base plates.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it's 6x6 of the 32s, and it's the Targaryen logo just kind of pixelated. That was before you could do the mosaic maker and just throw it in a nice little program and blah. That thing was done in. I had a buddy help me. He put it in Excel, like Microsoft Excel sheets, and had all the squares. And it was a monster. But my other buddy built me a giant oak easel to put it on because it weighed so much because I did it all in brick that it had to lean against something so heavy. And so I still have it. It breaks down into one box, pick a brick or lug bulk box, which is nice. But the easel weighs just as much because it's all oak and heavy. And so that was probably Brick Slopes year 2-ish. So that would have been 2015-ish, give or take.
Wow. Like a decade or so.
Now it's all like gone the way, like so many things. I have mocks that have still sat in boxes that I still haven't tore apart yet that I'm just like, no, I'll just buy new brick and I'll worry about it later.
Revisit the memories.
This whole room back here is just full of totes of loose brick and stuff. It's ridiculous. There's probably like 50 totes in here, those clear Costco totes. Yeah. So. But the Lego room is definitely way different now. I had another friend come help reorganize last summer after Brick Slopes. So my whole space is now converted and much nicer. And I have a whole room that's IKEA shelves all the way around now.
Awesome.
And I started gutting my bedroom so I can actually put shelves down the wall of my bedroom and around the corner. And
oh, man.
So me and my son just moved my dresser out of my room like a month ago so I can actually put a whole line of shelves against my wall in my bedroom. Yeah.
Are there any Lego free zones?
No, not really.
Cool.
No, I've got the kids' bathroom probably has the least amount of Lego. It's got the Great Wave in there on the wall. My bathroom's probably the next. It's got the macaws in my bathroom on the wall. Those nice, I guess my closet, well, it still has a Lego suitcase in it, so if that counts. Maybe my closet doesn't have actually too much brick in it, but...
Do you use the Lego suitcase?
Oh yeah, I actually put my treasure chest brick badge in there as a carry-on. That's what I carried it in. Was just that suitcase.
Wow.
That's what I had to take.
Yeah. How did you feel about the buildable suitcase, the little guy?
I enjoyed it. It's fun. It's cute. Yeah. I'm like, I have to have it. I needed it. Like I had the Lego passport. It had all the like little, yeah, I was like, yes, I need this. So, and I couldn't get it. I missed it initially. So it was sold out for a while. And I just randomly went into the Lego store and was like, ah, finally. And I snagged that up. But it's sometimes those smaller sets that are inexpensive that are just super popular that are just like gone. So,
Yeah, I remember the Tuk Tuk was missing for quite some time when that was out.
yeah. You just never know what's going to hit. So,
yeah, that's an easy price point too. You drag the kids in the store to shop for yourself, and they bitch that oh, daddy's got to buy everything. It's like, all right,
yeah,
it's $10, you can have that.
kids now are like, oh, buy that, it's like $400. I'm like, boo, every time, really? No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
I tell my daughter, my youngest, I'm like, nope, $10 set. You have to get a $10 set. You want something bigger, you got to buy.
Yeah.
But they don't treat their Lego nice like I treat. Well, I don't treat mine super nice either, but nicer than they do. So pretty sure hers is just in a tote scattered across her bedroom right now. And I was like, yeah, my mom did a way better job keeping my Lego organized when I was a kid. I'm like, yep, I've definitely failed them in that realm. Like, I didn't manage my toys well enough. And so
they all love the build.
Ironically, so my son loves Technic and I hate Technic. So it's weird that he enjoys it. But he has actually the most expensive built set in the house that's built. He has the Lieberman yellow crane.
Yeah.
He got that for one Christmas. But he just likes to build it and then he's done.
Okay.
Or he wants to make it move. Like he built the Pac-Man and motorized it. And he built the crane and motorized it. He wants to make everything move. My middle, I got her an Elsa's Castle for her 8th birthday. And she wouldn't finish it. I ended up finishing for her. But she just likes all the little pieces. She likes all the little bits, like the little characters and the little accessories and the little, And then my youngest is the one that's actually like creative and building her own mocks and like doing her own thing. And so she likes it. But they're all kind of desensitized to the Lego, obviously, because it's all over. Yeah. So they're like, let's just build a set and, kind of done. Like, build a set and, next. Like, let's keep going. I'm like, no. You got to take some time, enjoy it, play with it. But the youngest still does that to a degree.
It's strange that a toy is also a knick-knack, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it kind of functions as both purposes.
Takes up space, makes a mess, super fun, super quick, can be creative.
So much space. Oh my God, the space.
Yep.
Have you found any kind of easy way to organize your bulk when you're working at the levels you are, like that kind of quantity?
No, I mean, everybody has their own method to organization, right? I mean, I see your bins and your drawers behind you. I have sort of in this room that way. I do have Sterilite drawers that are stacked almost floor to ceiling and in different sizes. Like the tiny Sterilite drawer back in the day used to fit a pick-a-brick cup exactly. So I just buy a pick-a-brick cup, dump it in the drawer, boom, done, And then those are nice because you can take the tops off and actually stack them. Mm-hmm. But then as I got more of certain parts, then I kind of went into bigger drawers, and now I've moved into totes. So I have a lot of loose stuff in totes and bags. My stuff's kind of organized by how I build a lot of landscape, or I used to. So I had a lot more landscape stuff kind of parted. So I had a gray plate that's 1x2s in one drawer, 2x2s in another drawer, 4x4, 4x6, 4x8. all in one color, you know, sort it that way, because I'd use it that and the tan and the brown and that stuff. But it really just kind of depends how you're using it and what you want to do, and you know. But I've gotten to the extreme now where I'm like, oh man, I've got too much, and I'm to the point now where I need to take everything out of the drawers because I've accumulated so much in a shorter time that now I need to resort the drawer situation. So, yeah.
That's a job all in itself.
Yeah. So I've started doing it a little bit, but yeah, I don't do my hobby as much as I used to. So it's more, I just keep buying it and then I just put it in a tote and I'll think about it later. One day I might build that mock, you know, when the kids it is getting easier now that they're a little older and they're not need as much attention. I can, you know, get into it a little more time, but I think that'll come more in time for me. So, yeah.
Are you still active with the lug?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we meet every third Saturday in Salt Lake generally.
Okay.
So usually I'm there 1 to 4-ish. And then I usually go hang out with my Lego friends that day anyways. And now I have a teenager, so I kind of have him watch his sisters if I don't want to take him. So it's a little easier to go do that once a month. So, and then I haven't been doing as many lug displays. Like I built a mock this year, finally, after many years of not really building mocks, and actually took it to a show and displayed a couple weeks ago. And yeah. So not as much as I used to, but still to a degree, yes.
So if you're a part of the lug and not building mocks, what do you do?
I mean, mostly I just hang out with my Lego friends and check out all their cool builds.
Okay.
That's,
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm the treasurer, so I take people's money because we do a draft and club dues and
Okay.
business numbers. Is this working? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I know very little about how lugs operate because there's, as far as I can tell, there's only 2 in this state, and they're both an hour plus away from here.
I drive an hour every time I go to a lug meeting, every time, so I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, our traditional meetings usually are, we do a little business first. We do a mock show and tell where people bring their creations and show off stuff. And then after that, sometimes we'll do classes. Like there's a guy that's been doing some lighting presentations. Another guy did a studio presentation, how to use studio. And then at the end, we do a draft where we take the same set, sort out all the parts, and then take turns picking one piece so you get more of a part that way. And then last time we had a friend that brought Lego to sell, and you know, all the willing and dealing that always happens at the meeting. So
That's fun.
yeah. So that's kind of the traditional lug meeting day events. And then one day we went to the Lego store after with friends, bought figs, went to lunch, you know, that kind of thing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than having to wait around for another convention to pop up.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's once a month, one Saturday a month. It's not that big of a commitment. Obviously, our lug does a lot of displays. Like we're doing a train show, I think, this coming weekend up in Salt Lake. I'm not doing that one, but I could always run up there and just say hey and hang out and see the display and, you know, just bum with your Lego friends.
You know, a display like that, is that like a commission deal, or is that just like at like a table at the mall or something?
We do 4 train shows a year. So I think this is a train show that's up in Salt Lake. It's actually at a train depot or something.
Wow.
And our lug on average does at least 20 plus tables. So, and our tables are 30 by 90. They're custom made to fit base plates. So we have a pretty good size display, pretty decent active lug. So, you know, they're usually pretty committed spaces and setup and the whole hoopla. So
That's a lot.
mm,
Like, I'm just picturing that. Wow.
yeah.
So custom built tables, do those need to be assembled on site and then broken down, or are they actually collapsible?
Yeah, so we have wooden tables that were built to that specification that have legs on them. So then we put the legs down, and then we actually clamp all the wood together so it's more level.
Okay.
And then we actually have plexiglass we put on it with clamps, and we have skirting and all sorts of. It's a pretty big. Our lug's pretty efficient, and I would say we're pretty organized. We don't mess around. So, but it's a very big process. Like it takes us about 2 hours to set up the tables, and then obviously another 5+ hours to set up the display. Then it all goes down in like 2 hours. Quick, way easier to go down, but.
My God, all of that work and a couple of parts that fast.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, it's kind of the same thing at a convention. You go spend days setting everything up, and then all of a sudden it's gone in a couple hours at the end. So,
at the end of a convention, how many people actually keep their stuff together?
Ooh, that is a loaded question. I mean, that just really depends on the builder. I mean, there's a lot of the young kids will smash their stuff. I'm not into that. I've never smashed anything like that. I did build a train station one time where I was rolling it out on a cart, and I had this glass dome for the train station that just shattered in the sun, and it just melted. Like it was so hot that it just buttered over. But yeah, I would say it depends on the builder. I'd say it's a mixed bag between people wanting to build something new, and then people are like, oh, I'm going to use this or build onto this or make this continuation, or, it's a work in progress. Or, there's people with just the tiny mocks. They're like, oh, yep. But then there's builders like, nope, something new every time. Yeah, I would say that's very mixed. So
It's obviously a huge time investment.
Oh, yeah.
To build some of these things. But then the space and the money that go along with the builds to try to hang on to them is a lot.
I don't know. You get to a certain stage. Like I built a mock for the California convention, the Brickcentric. I took a mock down there. It's only probably about this big. It's $1,000 mock, and it's shattered all over the table over here. So I'm just like, nah, well, maybe I'll get back to it.
Yeah. It's funny how hot these are. So this was like recently put on my radar. I didn't know this was the thing. But some of these games that people play, like even on like your phone, there's people that are putting, hundreds or, thousands of dollars a month into these games.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game. You get nothing out of it. Like
digital money. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when it's over, you put your phone down and it's gone. Right?
Mm-hmm.
At least we get big, awesome things that we can, hang around.
I have 166 monkeys on my table over there that I could do something with later.
Yep.
So I built a barrel of monkeys, and that was the whole thing. It was a funny joke because I say that to my kids all the time, so I kept buying all the CMF monkeys I could. And so, yeah, I have 166 monkeys sitting on a table over there.
Unreal. And those are the monkey costume ones, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love Lego critters. I have tons of Lego critters. Like, yeah, I probably have 11 of the OG goat.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I like Lego critters a lot. I probably have 50 hammerhead sharks because one day I was like, I'm going to build a giant mock with hammerhead sharks, and never did it. But I have the sharks, Yeah. I might be an addict, but at least it's not meth.
Yeah, fair.
It could be worse.
Yeah. Although
but it's like any hobby, right? Yeah. You're into guns. Guns are super expensive. That's it. Yeah. My brother loves guns. He buys guns. It's very expensive. I'm like, nah. I could be into cars. Cars are very expensive. Even more expensive than Lego half the time. If you restore a whole old car, right? You're 30, 40 grand, 50 grand. But yeah.
And you can't even look at it very often because you can't bring it in the house.
Nope. But the Lego, I mean, I built the Jurassic Park Jeep yesterday. So nice. And I'm bad too because I'm truly a collector. Like I love collecting, so I like having things. But man, I enjoy building that. And yeah, I'm just like, no, I gotta find a place to put it. I need a new shelf. So now I gotta go buy a shelf.
Yep. Yep. And part of the hobby is you also become a shelf collector.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I literally have a room now full of IKEA shelves all the way around. It's 14 by 14. The only thing that's not covered is the door.
And I swear this community is what keeps IKEA in business.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah. I mean, well, and their stuff's so nice because you can modify and adjust and fit builds that aren't big, you know. I finally now actually have a space where I can build my Millennium Falcon because I've been waiting for years because I have a nice acrylic case I bought for it. But I had another one that I got for my Disney castle that my daughter wrecked.
Oh, no.
Because she's 8. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm going to wait. But now I actually have a spot that's like 5 feet off the ground. I can put my Millennium Falcon on there. The case is sitting on there now. I'm like, it is time. I was going to do it for this May the 4th, and then I didn't get to it. But soon, maybe. No, not really. It's brick slopes mode. So I'm going to be convention mode for a while.
How long does that process eat you up for?
I mean, it takes all year, but it's like I just got the bulk order, right? So that bulk order is going to take me weeks to go through and sort and bag, and you know, that's just going to be. The summer is usually pretty hard all the time, and then the lighter months are just kind of like, once or twice a month kind of do stuff. I need to get better about social media and posting consistently. Oh, hey, Brick Hive working.
What's going on? Hi. Good to see you.
But yeah, takes the 3 of us a whole year to do all the things. I mean, we're consistently always doing something, right? So if it's even going to a convention and just being like, hey, you should come to Brick Slopes in August, that's half the battle, right?
So you market at other conventions?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Yeah. Is that purely like just hanging out with the people and telling them, or do you actually like bring flyers or anything?
I usually take swag with me because King of Swag problem. So I give out a bunch of. We had these pirates from last year, so this is like a pirate that we gave away. Matches the shirt.
Cool.
And so I was giving these out at Bricks Cascade. Just like, you should come to Brick Slopes.
Well, yeah.
I actually had people tap my wristband and their NFC will pull up the website. So don't need a flyer. It's less paper, smarter.
I like that. So doing a little geography in my head.
You're good.
That's not that bad of a flight. What was that? 3-4 hours?
To where?
If they were to fly from Cascades to Slopes.
Oh, Portland's great. It's a 2-hour flight. It was awesome.
2 hour. Okay.
Very smooth.
Wow.
For years, I've been there 4 or 5 times. I've always driven. This was the first time I actually flew up there. It was a 2-hour flight. I was like, this is great. Maybe I'll do this from now on.
2 hours. Wow, I didn't realize it was that close. Okay.
Yeah. So from Oregon, it's a 12-hour drive, 2-hour flight. Chicago's about 3.5 hours. You would probably be 4 or 5 hours. I've only flown to Virginia once, and then I flew to Connecticut once. What was that, like 4.5 hours ish?
Yeah. Okay. So Bradley Airport in Connecticut, we can drive there in an hour and 45.
Okay.
It's not a bad ride.
So I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not too bad. So Arizona, it's 1 hour flight. Colorado, 1 hour flight. Easy.
Wow.
So
It's very close.
very close.
All right. So that's the last weekend of August?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this year will be the last weekend. We actually had to move back a weekend because the hall was actually booked, which happens in expo centers. So I was like, oh, well, now it's going to be the last weekend. We were the second to last weekend for the last 3 years, and then this year we had to move back one. But it actually worked out because Labor Day is actually a week later, which I didn't want to be against Labor Day. But
Yeah.
no.
Okay. So it's it's more based on booking ability than a fixed spot.
Yeah, it's still the same location, but the dates get a little wonky. And that's why, like, for example, Bricks Cascade has to change their dates because that expo center gets booked too. So they've been flip flopping between March and May. Yeah, it's just you're always at the mercy of the hall. Like in Chicago, the hotel there, right? You know, they've always done the same weekend. So,
Yep.
but
Yep. And I still won't stay there.
yeah.
They're expensive.
Oh yeah, that one's actually I stopped going a couple years ago because it was actually my most expensive convention to go to. But it is convenient being in a hotel at the convention, so I do like that convenience. But one of my best experiences was actually in Oregon. I rented a house with like 14 friends. It was an
That's
amazing
fun.
time. Like we rented a giant house. Everybody was there. The convention was 15 minutes away, quick, easy drive. We had driven up there. It was real nice. And we had people come over. That was the year where Boone actually came over and told us he got the job at Lego, which was super awesome. You know, it was a great time. So it's that kind of stuff that makes it that magical experience. You know, you're hanging out with people and then crazy things happen. Yeah.
Oh, I like the idea of renting a house. That sounds
Yeah.
like a lot of fun.
Yeah, you just got to convince a bunch of your Lego friends to come hang out and get enough space to make sure everybody's covered. I mean, the house was stupid expensive, but 14 people, you split that up, it's not so bad.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, we've already been talking about going to slopes next year, and
nice.
Mall's Vengeance, Justin. I don't know if you know him. He's a good kid, and he's out in Arizona.
Hmm.
He's like, well, if you guys decide to go next year, let me know, and that's easy for me. I'll meet you over there. So
Yeah, the nice thing about the hotel too at Brick Slopes, they have a bigger suite that's 2 rooms. So you actually walk into a living room area with a kitchen, and then it has 2 separate rooms, and that's like 189 a night, which is still cheaper than the Schaumburg.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever.
Yeah. Well, we're staying at the Shed Hole next door,
Yeah.
and it's like $60 a night,
Yeah.
and I don't care.
Yeah, way easier to just walk across the parking lot for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you get in your room, you throw your anchor down because you get the bed spins, and you wake up in the morning and just go back.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah, that's all you need. It's good enough
Yeah.
for me.
So yeah, I've done the house thing multiple times and it's been awesome. I actually am going back to Chicago for Ben's birthday in a few weeks. So
So
I'll
are you not
I'll be
doing
Chicago adjacent.
Yeah, you're not doing Brick World though.
I have a hard time when it's a $250 AFOL ticket, and what you get out of that ticket, I don't know, other than to display and go in.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll probably go putter around the hotel lobby and bug my Lego friends, but I don't know. I'm having a hard time with that cost. Like, I get that you have to make your money somewhere, but that's not what I do, and I just can't. I'm for the AFOL. I'm not for making money, so I have a hard time paying someone money to make money off AFOLs. So no. Yeah,
Well, if you do decide to come and hang out in the lobby,
I will. I will
cool.
be there.
All right,
Yes,
all right. 'Cause
at least some of the days.
we have a parachute drop planned.
Nice.
I bought 25 minifig parachutes,
Ooh,
so we can drop minifig parachutes down in the
nice.
lobby.
They're gonna love that.
Yeah, it's all right. It's we'll do it after dark, and it'll be all right.
I bet I have been kicked out of that lobby at 2 a.m. one time, so
Yeah.
you know, I know.
Yeah, but we'll have a good time while it lasts.
Nice. That's
I
exciting.
had a giant target printed, so we have
Ooh.
a target for the ground. So it'll be
Excellent.
good time. So see how it goes. We'll keep it ridiculous, you know.
I love this plan.
The unsanctioned events are the fun ones.
Yep.
So do you guys have a yard sale at yours as well? I think I
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah, pretty standard for the course. We do parts trading, so like because we give out a lot of loose parts, people don't necessarily want the part they get.
Mhm.
Um, we do guarantee that any AFOL that gets a pass will get a prize. So usually it's 3 or 4 prizes, but a lot of those are loose bricks, and so we do a parts trade and a yard sale at the same time.
Okay.
So you can go trade out parts if you want different things, and then yeah, that kind of stuff. So
With the yard sale, same kind of thing. Rent your table, that kind of setup.
nope, you don't have to pay.
Wow,
Yep.
that's cool.
Well, yeah, that's kind of ridiculous, right? Charge you to sell something? Come on.
Well, I mean, it's no different than eBay or Amazon or Walmart or whatever at that point.
No, it's better because you're just meeting up with your Lego friends to see what you got, and hey, want to sell that? Okay, done.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm not going to charge you money to put your stuff on a table. You just have to clean it up by a certain time because obviously the public comes. We do it on the public, like there's a little concession stand with round tables, right?
Mhm.
We do it right there, and yeah, we don't charge for that, so that's ridiculous. So none of that madness.
Do you think that impacts what people sell for?
Um, Not necessarily. I mean, I don't know how much other conventions have charged because I've never paid to yard sale at another convention.
Mhm.
But I know some of them are really hard to like. I know it's impossible to get in on the Brick World one because they have that room that they put out the tables and
Yeah.
all that madness. But yeah, so I mean, obviously it impacts some people trying to sell things, but I don't know.
Okay.
But we had people just lining stuff up on a counter of the concession stand. Yeah, last year just selling stuff. So I was like, whatever, it doesn't matter as long as it's cleaned up before the public comes. I don't care, whatever.
Okay, so if that's the case, then it's not really hurting anybody if people are selling like after hours or anything either.
No, we don't care.
Cool.
I mean, if you want to vend, obviously there's a certain point where you're like, I'm going to be a vendor and bring that much stuff to vend, to legitimately sell. But, most people that aren't going to the convention aren't bringing that much stuff to really, make it a giant thing. So it's not worth the, you have to pay this to get this table to do this yard sale. No.
Because I would think that there's possibly a fine line between being a vendor and being somebody in the yard sale.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously we charge our vendors because our vendor booths are 10 by 10. If you're a Lego related vendor, it's $500.
Okay.
And then it's an extra 150 for power because that's basically what we get charged for that space. And
Yep.
I mean, I have to pay a decorator. I think last year we paid him like 20 grand for all the pipe, drape, tables, chairs. So it's got to come out of somewhere. So,
Yeah.
but
Do you get people? So I've never really traveled for conventions. We haven't really done a ton as far as
Yeah.
that goes. Do you feel like you get like a real nationwide mix, or do you just get like west of the Mississippi, or where does?
I mean, if you're talking like AFOL public, obviously it's all local, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, there's a few people that actually I know some public that drive from Idaho to come down, like 6+ hours. We've had some people drive from Arizona, limited, right?
Mhm.
As far as flying in, though, I mean, we've started to get a pretty decent slight mix. Obviously, it's a smaller contingent, but I would say we've had someone as far as Germany or the UK or Denmark or, so
That's cool.
it's definitely less. Obviously, the East Coast guys don't usually come our way because they have Brick Fair,
Mhm.
but, it impacts so few AFOLs. But I think the more people that actually experience for the first time actually then want to come back and not go to the other ones. So, usually, I don't know. But there's a good chunk of people that do travel to multiple conventions a year and throughout the world that will come every year. So, yeah.
I like that idea. I like the idea of multiple.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to hit on average like 4 conventions a year ish, depending on the year, is usually what I try to do.
Are you gonna do Maryland?
I didn't know there was one in Maryland.
Yeah, apparently, last I saw, Virginia is going to be Maryland.
Oh,
Yeah, Baltimore-ish
oh,
area, right over by Hive.
oh, dang. Yeah, no, I've only been to Brick Fair once. Obviously, the East is very far for me too, but I've gone East the last 3 years, and I've gone to Toronto. I've been to Bricks in the Six, which is basically almost right there, right?
Yeah, but yeah. So Bricks on the Six is more or less drivable for me.
Yeah, that one, I actually have been really enjoying that one. I have a couple of Canadian friends that I don't get to see except once a year, so I go there so I can see my Canadian friends. So, yeah, it's, but I actually like going up there. It's been really nice. Last year I went to Niagara Falls. The year before that I went to the CN Tower. So I mean, did a couple of things that I'd like never done before. I was like, oh, this is cool, you know.
Niagara in November is going to be really cold, though.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't. I mean, I'm from Utah, so it's like cold. Nah, it's not that cold. It was whatever. It was actually pretty. We got there. It was probably like 50, 60 degrees.
It's not bad.
And then by the end of the night, it's probably like 45 degrees. And I was like, man, this is fine. That's not that bad. I had a jacket, you know. But I'm outside in the winter in shorts, you know, and 32 or less. You know, I don't get cold winter like you guys with your humidity and all that crazy madness up there in the northern lands, but
yeah,
because it's dry. That's the difference. Dry, no problem. Cold, humidity, wrecked.
Yeah, yeah. You get 80% plus humidity, where you know the air is soaking you, and it's 31.
Yeah, in Toronto, I took my seltzers and my Dr. Pepper Zero and put them out on my balcony of the hotel and just left them out there instead of putting them in the fridge. It was great.
Yeah. That's a short one too. At Bricks in the Six, right?
It's 4 days. Yeah,
that's also 4.
I think. Yeah. Can't remember if they went. I mean, I think that's what I went for. I went Thursday. I think. Oh, was it Wednesday? I don't know. That was too many conventions ago.
Yeah. That one I might bring the kids to.
It's a nice one. They have a cool pool. Kids love it. There's a water slide. I've never taken my kids, but never went to the pool. But people that brought their kids had a good time.
Oh, yeah. Kids love the pool and they love slides.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe.
And if it's drivable, why not? It's right there.
Yeah, I forget what that is. It's 5.5, 6 hours. That's really not bad.
Oh yeah, that's like for me driving to Vegas. It's like 5.5 hours to Vegas. So
yeah, that's not bad. Stop a couple places, break it up a little bit. That'd be all right.
Yep.
All right, I might be sold on that. That's right before both of their birthdays. So
oh, nice.
That seems like an excuse for Dad to go see a Lego convention.
Yeah, I was supposed to be doing a cruise in November, but now it's not happening. So I don't know if I'm going to go to Toronto or not. But yeah, my daughter's birthday is that same day, and I was like, oh,
yeah, that's tough.
She might be mad if I miss her birthday, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just shorten it. Go for the weekend. I don't know.
Okay, so you mentioned that there, the cruise.
Yeah.
So what was that all about? Because that seemed to like suddenly come out of the blue one day, and then it was never really mentioned again.
Yeah, Emily from Lego Masters, she got approached by a travel agency. They're like, yeah, we want to do this. But then, so like, she's like, bring Cody. He knows all the people. So I'm like, okay, we'll do this. But we just didn't get enough bookings. That's really what happened. It was really expensive. You know, you got to be really committed to like want to go on a cruise because they're not cheap excursions, right?
Yeah.
I think for the single price, it was like $2,900. But then I'd still have to fly to Florida out of Fort Lauderdale, so you got plane ticket on top of that 2,900, and then, it just a little steep for a lot of people to swallow. So I don't know.
Yeah, I looked at that briefly, and I was a little thrown by the price.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really clear what was going on.
Well, the other problem is the travel agency like restructured, and so they had like a team of 6 people that went down to like 1 lady.
Oh.
So then it was like communication got bad, and it was a whole thing. And I was like, yeah, you guys gotta tell people because this is a mess. And they're like, do you want to try to book 50 more cabins by yourself? I'm like, you want me to convince 100 people to go? I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that in the next 3 months, so probably not. So, yeah.
Since you have plenty of convention experience at this point, do you think that's the kind of thing you could pull off?
Maybe out of California, because then people could drive there. It'd be more, I could probably convince some more Western people to drive to California to go on a cruise. But Brick Slopes isn't in expand mode at the moment. We're just in maintain mode.
Yeah.
Like we tried to expand. We tried first try, and then now we're back to not expand mode. So.
Well, expand mode was Colorado.
Yeah. I really wish we could have maintained that, but it's just cost. Venue cost is Colorado's almost our second year of Brick Slopes was the worst year. Colorado was like our second year, but 4 times the cost because Colorado's very expensive. So yeah, so it was fun. We had a great time. Everybody had a good AFOL experience. We just couldn't quite get the people there. It's hard first time. That's how it's supposed to go most of the time. So
Yeah. Well, it also doesn't help that you're not like a full-time event planning organization.
Nope.
Right?
That is just one of the hobby jobs. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all 3 of us have day jobs. So yeah, none of us are full tilt in that realm. So
Yeah. If only you could get Lego to pay the bills.
they won't, but it's a nice thought.
Yeah. Well, I mean Lego, the product, not Lego group.
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, after a decade of Brick Slopes, I finally had made my money back, and I finally profited like $5,000 after 10 years. And I was like, I initially started it like, this is going to pay for my Lego hobby, but in actuality, that didn't become the case. So it's okay. It's it's a labor of love because, like I said, I'm for the AFOLs. I do it for my Lego friends. There's a lot of people in our lug that would never travel out of the state, and so if they didn't have Brick Slopes, they would never go to a Lego convention, and that was a lot of it too. Because Utah traditionally is like frugal people, right? They don't spend, they don't do crazy things, and so there's a lot of them that would never get to go to a convention. Like that's their one event of the year. They come to Brick Slopes, so maintaining that is important just for them.
Do you get a lot of volunteers?
Oh yeah. Our group here is great. Everyone's very helpful. They jumped in. Like there was 8 people from the lug that showed up last Saturday to help me tear apart the 3D printed castle we bought because some YouTubers borrowed it and we had to go put it back in a storage unit, and they all showed up and helped tear it down and load it up, and we started at like 10 a.m. and finished at like 3:30 p.m. Like it sucked, but they all showed up and did it. So yeah, it was awesome.
Some YouTubers borrowed it.
Yeah.
That's so 2026, I suppose.
Oh, I know. Yeah. It's like Ninja Kids, something like that. So Ninja Kids, they have like 24 million subscribers or something. It was crazy. Like,
wow. Did you at least get a shout out of the deal?
We did from the guy that 3D printed the castle, Nate from the internet. He definitely did that on his channel, and we took some promo video that we're going to release later, and that stuff. So we'll see if those kids want to be affiliates. We do a lot of affiliate marketing where if people want to try to sell public tickets, then we'll give them a kickback from the ticket that they sell. So it's a nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. nice way to make a little money if you want to advertise for us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it doesn't do someone from Massachusetts any good to try to sell public tickets in Utah, unless your Utah following's huge,
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. So, I mean, not affiliate related, but we have some community sharing things that we're working on.
Nice.
We'll talk to you about. Not tonight, but some other time. It could be fun.
Cool.
As far as I've seen, there is no one-stop shop to find all of the AFOL things. Like, you'll find a list that has 90% of the conventions, but some of the dates are wrong. Or if you're looking for a list of, I don't even like to say it this way, but like, what would you call it? Like a BAM equivalent store.
Just a brick and mortar store.
Like a used
just
brick and mortar store.
A used Lego store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I've said used Lego store to somebody who wasn't like really in the community, Lego has used stores too, and then you have to explain the whole thing, whatever. But
You're like Lego pawn shop.
Yeah. I would love to find a list of the private stores, the non-BAM stores.
Yeah, I don't know of very many. Obviously, Bricks and Minifigs is kind of, they have over 100 stores now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But then, one I know is Arizona Brick Co. because that's where Emily works, and it's not a BAM, and
Yeah, and I mean, I have a lot of love for a lot of the BAM people because there are a lot of good people who own those stores. And it's. I don't think a few bad apples should, taint it for everybody.
No, yeah.
But then out here we have places like Boston Brick, which is great. And
Atlanta Brick Co. Also an excellent store, not a BAM. I've been there.
Yep.
It's an awesome store.
Yeah, there you go. And given the option of the two, I would typically like to find the non-BAM stores first.
Yeah.
And not to say that I'm just going to completely ignore BAM forever, but
it's nice to have a variety of options. Yeah, for sure.
And you tend to get a little more personality out of those stores. Right?
Yeah, we have a toy store here called Teton Toys, and they usually sell old stuff that are sets, nothing used or loose, but they usually have older stock that's discontinued, and the price is usually pretty rough. But if you need something, I went in there the other day and I bought a ton of video figs because they ended up marking them half off, and I was like, yoink, that's what Bricksos does. Anything that's half off, we scoop it up and give it away. So yeah,
that theme was underappreciated.
Right? I love
some of those figs are cool. They're so colorful and
so good.
My daughter loves them.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, they were friends, but friends colors on funky characters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame they didn't incorporate them into useful builds or anything.
I don't know. I built that boombox and used that as a Halloween costume for my 1980s workout costume. So it worked out great for me.
Was that the only kind of set they had? Other than that, it was just the little cubes, right?
No, there was a whole bunch of set. There was that one. There was a stage that was built. I have a couple of them. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to see over there. But yeah, they had more than just the cubes. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, clearly they did a great job marketing since I spent nearly every minute of my life attached to a brick somehow. I don't even recall that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're I don't understand the way that they market. Monkey Kid could have been so much of a bigger thing here, I think.
Yeah.
but they didn't even try.
Yeah.
And then they did the opposite with Dreams. They put
And
too
Dreams
much.
is cool too. I mean, Dreams has kind of got all the crazy, random, colorful stuff, you know. I don't love Dreams, but I like some of it. I'm like, I bought the Dark Raven and I like that Lady
Yes.
Noctura fig is so awesome. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I bought it just because I'm like, man, that's cool. I want to have that.
Yeah, the villain sets from Dreams were fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And what was it? It's Castle Nocturnum, I think, is the one that
Yeah.
you can position 3 different ways.
Yep. I think I have it, but I haven't built it, obviously. But I bought it because I'm like, man, that's cool. I should have that.
Yeah, what a great concept.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The hero sets, I guess they would be, were a little on the corny side. Yeah, I don't know. And the show wasn't very good.
I mean, I didn't even watch the show, and I want a plushie Z Blob, but I didn't get one.
Yeah.
So, but I want one, just to have.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of the best part of the show. So, yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I just really want them to have something in addition to Ninjago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Ninjago's now hit its 15 years. You know, it's because it Ninjago is for like the kids, you know, that were that younger age that grew up with Ninjago, and now they've got that whole cult following of Ninjago fans.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, Ninjago, you know, whatever. I mean, I have some of it. I know I was at one time buying the Spinjitzu ones for my son because he liked the motion, but I'm like, man, I don't care. You know, I did buy the dragons because I love dragons, so I have like the bone dragon and a couple of the other big dragons. I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, I've never built them, but I have them. But you know, it's whatever. It's fine. You know, collector problems.
Yeah, a couple of those are really fun builds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unique parts, you know, like.
Yeah.
I can't remember the Bone Demon name, but it had like a ton of those glow-in-the-dark parts that I'm like, oh, I just want all those glow-in-the-dark parts. Like, it's like a big skeleton something. I have no idea.
What's that called? I don't know. Yeah, parts have gotten weird. Like we bought out a Bricklink store recently.
Oh, dang.
Just a small one. It's 45,000 parts or something, and there's so many parts in there I've never seen before. I was starting to get mad. Like, I don't want a 1x5 to exist. Like, I don't want a 1x3 cheese slope, whatever. I don't want that. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
man.
sure, there's been times I've wanted it, but also, like, stop.
I don't know. I was pretty giddy yesterday when I was putting together the Jurassic Park Jeep and I had the 1x4 cheese slope. I was like, where have you been my whole life? Like, I need 1,000 of these now.
So I feel like when they do some of these things, though,
It's too much.
yeah, like,
We're having that early 90s vibe where it's like they did all the crazy pieces and expanded too far into the realm of here's all these options and then stretched too far and then had to come back. But
yeah, and now we have more types of modified plates. Like, I have no more room for drawers, so
Yeah.
stop giving more variety. I'm
yeah.
out of space.
You're gonna have to combine down and mix.
There was some, I think it was a car suspension part the other day, but it was molded just to look like a suspension. It's probably from a 4+ set or something.
Oh.
So nothing you really want to build with, but maybe it's something cool for like a little one. So it's like,
I don't know. No, it sounds like a Greeble part to me. I don't know. You're
Yeah.
building a spaceship. Yeah. Spaceship guys are probably like, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty chunky though. But it's like, what am I supposed to do with that? That's never gonna sell. And now I have like 8 of them.
That's where you just start making a pile of like, here's a random loose bag. Here you go. This is your random grab bag.
We'll give them out on Halloween.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's your bricks. Have a great time. Or you take you're like, hey, this is a new part. Trade it into the band. Done.
Do
Here's
they
all
take
my
stuff like that?
undesirable pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. Boston Brick actually just launched their Bricklink store too.
Hmm.
Yeah. Wonder. Uh, Monkey Kid Bone Demon. Oh, is that the one you were talking about?
Oh, that's probably the one. Yeah, I mix Monkey Kid and Ninjago all the time. That's a bad habit, but I'm just like, I don't know.
That was a great show. I'm sad it's gone. It's fine. Used to disappointment from them. Sons of bitches.
I watched a little bit of Chima, and that's about the only Lego show I watched other than the Lego movies. So.
Yeah. Chima was a minute ago.
Yep.
It's been a while now.
Shame. Sorry, Nikki. Don't be mad. Shame. Shame.
Yeah. Who was I watching recently that was saying they didn't like the Lego movie?
I mean, it came out the same year Brick Slopes happened, was 2014, so I'm very partial to it. So
Yeah.
it was a very impactful movie in the realm.
Yeah. I thought it was that was before my time with Lego. I came in late.
Oh, okay.
And I thought that was great. And it's like I knew, like, obviously I knew all the characters and I knew most of the voices and everything going with it. It's like, okay, well, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then a little while later, I really started to understand why Lego was great. This is what I've been missing all this time. My God.
Yeah, I wish one set I didn't get that I wish I would have was Apocalypseburg.
Oh, it's so good.
Regrets. I want that Harley Quinn so bad. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, if I ever get it, that Harley Quinn will be going on Bricklink or something.
Let me know.
Yeah. I'm in the M camp and just don't really care about the minifigs that much.
I have a minifig problem. Oof, yeah. About the only thing I mean, I don't have the football team or the Olympic team or Unikitty, but all the other CMFs I have minus Mr. Gold. So, yeah.
Thinking of minifigs. So, if I'm not mistaken, the rule with the Forge was you guys were never going to do stuff that Lego would do.
So we don't generally do stuff that Lego does. That was the thing. Like, yeah, we wanted to keep it Lego system so it would look like it would fit into the Lego system, but not something they necessarily did. That was like, they did The Office. They didn't do Andy, so we did Andy. Yep. They initially, when we first started, we actually did our own Hocus Pocus set before they offered Hocus Pocus, and now we don't offer it. We still have Billy Butcherson because they didn't do a Billy. You know, obviously they haven't done National Lampoons, but allegedly that got approved, right? So Clark and Cousin Eddie.
Yep, we'll see.
So I mean, we've done that. That's probably been one of the best ones we've sold. It's probably the fan favorite of the figs. We stopped selling Titanic figs because the dark blue torso got so expensive to buy that people ask all the time, can you do more Titanic figs? I'm like, do you want to pay $100 for it? Because those dark blue torsos for a blank one are pricey.
Wow.
So, yeah. There was a time where Lego had the one fig that had the one flesh arm, but not both were dark blue, and then the one arm got really expensive. The one side, yeah. I mean, it's a cost versus can you really afford to maintain doing, So, yeah. But yeah, and then obviously, there's certain things that have come out that I'm like, well, now we're not gonna, if they ever did their own Andy fig, I'd stop selling the Andy.
You guys did a run of Star Trek though, right?
Yep. We still have a few. We did the Next Generation. We still have a few Riker and Picard if people wanted to still buy the pair. And I think we have a few full sets left. But yeah, pretty much once those are gone, it's going to be done. Because, yeah, Lego does it. Ours are good, but when people want Lego authentic, it's hard to be like, yeah, I'm going to keep doing this. But
Now that you're running the prints, are you still gonna be doing minifigs? You running all over?
well, I obviously suck at design, so I haven't designed anything. I've just been running what we have. But I have had a few friends be like, "Oh, I'll design something," and I don't know. So maybe, but it's honestly the forge takes probably the biggest hit of my time, the least amount, because it's like kids, day job, brick slopes, forge is kind of my
Yep.
hierarchy of things. But yeah,
So the forge is more of a homie hookup kind of
that's the
situation.
hobby job. It's the
Yeah.
hobby job. It's another hobby job. I mean, I actually did a business job the other day, and maybe eventually I'd like to turn it into my day job, but it's not this day. So
Yeah.
maybe one day, but it's nice because like Brick Maiden needed bricks, and so I made her some bricks, and Mav needed bricks and got Mav some bricks. So it's nice. I'm actually printing a job for Shy Time is My Time. Started working on his bricks today, so it's good, and I can print bricks for brick slopes, which is obviously helpful.
Yeah.
Saves me some other realms. So.
Yeah, is as I've seen, those bricks are not cheap.
Yeah, it depends on the brick because my ink cost has actually increased. The cartridge, one cartridge used to be around $101. Now they're $150.
What?
So just in the last year, it's gone up almost $50 per ink
Ooh.
cartridge, and there's 6 in there. So
That's each cartridge?
yeah, one cartridge is $150. So to fill the
Oh my God.
6 is now pretty. That's almost $900 just to fill all the ink. And I obviously tear through white and gloss more. So those are the ones that are usually going way faster because you have to print a white layer than the color. But yeah, I'm like right now I've got 4 inks about to go out. Usually the color lasts longer, but all 4 are almost out. And I'm like, oh man, this is going to be $600 day here in a couple weeks. So yeah. So that's unfortunate, but yeah, it's not I think our average, like if we do a brick on white, it's about $2 a brick for a 1x8. But if we do a fancy colored one, that's $3 to $4 a brick.
That's your cost.
That's what we charge the client.
Oh,
The cost isn't quite that, but I mean the time and effort, yeah. So no.
yeah. So white's the way to go.
Yeah. I printed Hive's tiles on 2x2 whites. I'm like, yeah, I'll just send those to you. That's easy. That wasn't too bad. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes more sense why Lego was printing on white as well.
yep, exactly. It's just easier and more cost effective for sure because then you don't have to print a white layer.
Yeah.
But
I wonder at their scale. I wonder what their cost is.
probably nothing because they have so much. Like I'm a tiny business, right? So for me, it's like major impact. But like them, the scale, and honestly, most of the stuff from Lego is pad printed, and that's even harder because they have to use the press. It's like Citizen Brick. He's using a press to dip in the ink and then stab on the part. Where this is just spraying across the ink and then UV dries. But they do the minifig makers in the stores like this. But that's why that's more cost effective and easier because they're not having to do each individual color print for a pab. But all your stuff you get from Lego is pab printed. So
All of it?
most of it, yeah.
Okay. So even the bricks that they send to you are pad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes me feel a little better about it then.
Yeah.
At least they're putting that effort in.
It's still a quality. I mean, only the best is good enough, right? In the
Yeah.
Lego.
All right.
Hey, I drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. It's I do still believe that they are a superior product. I will give them that.
I've only ever missed parts in a set maybe twice, and I've built a lot of sets.
Yep.
That level of quality control is unmatched in so many realms. And then on top of that, even if there is a problem, they'll fix it
Yep.
and ship it to you. And You know, I think my Titanic had one extra piece that was wrong. It was missing a 2x2 round plate at the end, right at the end. And I was like, you know what? I got one of those. I'm just going to slap it on there. I don't even care. Massive set. The duck gift with purchase I just got, the recent one with the mama duck and the three little ducks, it was actually missing a tiny bag from bag 3. The whole bag was missing. So I was having the problem. Like 3 of my friends, we went after the lug meeting, went to the Lego store, got the set. We all went home and built it. We're all missing that bag, which was wild. That was like the worst missing part thing I've ever had. And it was recent, but ever since then, everything else, no problem ever. So
I got my wife the Nightmare Before Christmas set, and that was missing Jack's little waistcape thing. That was disappointing. And they did send it to us. You know, we mentioned it. The waistcape and the like Halloween Town banner thing came together, and it was like a little envelope or whatever. And
that's a hard thing too, because that's like so light, and if everything's done by machine, you know,
it wouldn't even be picked up by the missing weight, whatever.
Yeah.
But when they sent us the replacement, they sent us the whole like envelope thing.
Yep.
So we got an extra of the Halloween Town banners.
Nice.
Cool.
See, that's awesome.
Yep, that worked out well.
What other company does that?
Yeah, I was happy about it, and that's the kind of thing that I probably won't even list to sell.
Yeah.
Because that'll get dingy over time from being displayed. It'd be nice to kind of swap that out.
Now you have a backup just in case.
Yep.
The one time somebody hits it and it falls over and gets bent, then you'd be like, replacement. Boom, done.
Yeah. The funny part is I was so pissed that part was missing in the first place. They finally went and sent it to us, and like the whole little envelope is just sitting on the set. Like I opened it to verify it was in there. I put it on the set. It's been like a year. We still haven't even put the cape on them. Like,
yep. There you go.
The moment has passed. It's fine. But they did take care of it, and it came out. It came pretty quickly. So yeah, and like I guess you're right. You know, it's like you said. You know, a couple strikes against them, and all of the sets you've built. Yeah,
I bought a lot of Lego over many years, and very minimal. Half the time when my kids are like, "I'm missing a piece," my kids just can't find the piece. Like that's the biggest thing. They just don't look, and I'm like, "No, it's right here." Like, come on.
Yeah, it's under the manual. It's stuck in the corner of the bag. It's fallen under your seat. Yeah.
My cousin lives about 5 blocks away, and about a month ago, he's like, "Hey, man, do you have this part?" I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." Like, it was some random little curved plate thing, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, we got one of those. Come over." So he came over and got it, and I'm like 90% sure his daughter just like lost it under the table or something. Like, but they couldn't find it. They searched everywhere. I'm like, "I got you. Don't worry about it."
Well, don't worry. In a couple of weeks, you'll hear that horrible sound in the vacuum. Eventually, it'll get kicked loose from somewhere.
Yep.
That is a noticeable and like memorable sound.
Yeah.
You know when you get those.
Yeah. I have probably over 100,000 1x1 trans medium blue studs, and every time those get caught, it's you know it's in there. It's spinning in the vacuum. But I have over 30 pab cups of those because I wanted to do water for pirate display. So that right there, I just have 100,000 parts in one tote. It's ridiculous.
How sore were your fingers after you doing all those?
Well, so the water, I just dumped it. I just poured it on the base plate. So I did one mock. I did stack them, which was a nightmare because I was stacking in varied levels between like 3 and 7 on 4 base plates. It was rough. That took a long time, but it looked cool. And I sunk crocodiles into it. But
that's fun.
It's been since the Bricks LA days. I think I took that to California. It's been a hot minute since that one. So.
Wow. Did you ever play around with using the nets for loose texture in the water?
No, I do have like probably 100 nets right now, but I haven't used them yet. So it does look really cool though. I've watched a lot of things. I'm like, man, that's a great idea.
People motorize it and have the little tumbler under there to add
Oh yeah.
the
I
amount
need
of
to get to
skill.
that level, but I just
Yeah.
still haven't. So
Yeah, people have so much skill and so much creativity. It's like, man, the most creative I get is, finding new inventive ways to watch other people do these things.
yeah. I always say I'm a basic brick, but now I'm started saying I'm a bougie brick, and I just stack up like the Lego style, stud straight up. I just stack it.
Well, I guess your giant build, you stood it straight up and then stood the whole thing up, right?
Yeah, the tower was actually built in 7 sections, and I actually started at the top.
Wow.
Yeah, worked it
That's,
down.
how does that happen?
It's just because I looked at the Lord of the Rings video game, and I was like, I want it to look like this, and I was trying to match the Lord of the Rings video game with the tower, and so I was like trying to match the parts. So I started there, and then just started working my way down from there. So
Okay.
yeah,
And what did you do? That ended up 7 feet tall? Is that what you said?
mm,
God, that's so tall.
yeah. It actually ended up being 6'8", and I added 4 inches kind of in the middle to make it 7 feet, so I could stop saying it's 6'8", it's 7. So initially it was 6'8", but then I was like, nope, I'm not doing that. So I added a little chunk with a little bit of detail to make it 4 more inches taller.
So that's a true 7 feet. So I'm trying to think, what's the average table height's 30 inches or so.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking 9.5 feet when it's placed on a table.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I hadn't brought it out for a long time, but a year ago, we got a Lego store in Orem, which is just 20 minutes north of me. So I took it to the Lego store opening because some of my lug members were like, "Oh, I've never seen it before." I was like, "What?" Because there's a lot of new people that are like, "Oh, we've never seen it." I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'll take it out." I haven't taken it out in years. I'm like, "Okay, I guess I'll take it out." I've kept very few mocks, but that one is always like, it goes in 4 totes real easy and breaks down real easy and stacks up real easy. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
So is it set up like a modular where you can just like fully take sections off?
Mm-hmm.
But you
Yeah,
have
it
to
breaks down
disassemble it?
7 sections, and it's on 8 studs all the way down and tiles.
Okay.
So each section has a layer of tile with 8 1x1 rounds around it to unstack really easy and quick.
Cool. All right. So you don't have to go hunting for what you have to disconnect.
No.
Smart.
It's super easy. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll bring it. Whatever. I actually built Smart like a decade ago.
You just regressed since then.
Pretty much. Now I just collect and build sets. Ish. I'm trying to get back into it soon. Kids will get a little older. I'll get a little more time. I'll go back to mocking.
When you build now, do you critique the designers as you go?
Like critique my own design?
No, like when you're building a set out of the box, you say, I would have done this differently, or do you not put that kind of thought into it?
No, I'm always like I built the Game Boy and I was like, holy crap, I wish I knew how to build like this. This is awesome. Like it was so good. Like that Game Boy is unreal. I built the birds, the lovebirds. I was like, man, this is amazing. Like everything about that set is just wow. I'm always blown away. I don't critique because I'm like, nope. I built Adventures in Transylvania from Bricklink, and I'm like, this was a design by an AFOL because I keep knocking shit off. That's how you know it's AFOL, because you're like, oh man, it's so fragile, but so cool. Like, that's how you know this is an AFOL build. It's very fragile and looks amazing. So
that Game Boy might be about the perfect product. Like the design is great. They did the packaging pretty much how they should have. Like the price point is really good on that. And once it goes on sale, which it will at some point, it's damn near perfect.
Oh yeah, that was an amazing set. I mean, I think it won set of the year, right? Maybe I don't know, something
I don't know.
toy of the year.
Oh yeah, yeah, toy of the year, maybe.
Something like that. But yeah, it was unreal, and the fact that the buttons worked and like the switches, I'm like, man, this is next level. People modified it now so they could play Game Boy on it, like
That
madness. Like, come on,
that, that doesn't even make sense to me.
it
But
doesn't make sense to me either. But I'm like, this is legit. That's how you know you made a good set.
yeah, I was really surprised that it wasn't $25 more or something.
Yeah, it was. They nailed it for sure.
Yeah, they throw us one every once in a while, right?
hmm I mean, I loved Captain Jack's ship. Like, I'm a pirate guy, and that was such a much better upgrade than the first Black Pearl.
Mhm.
Like, that first Black Pearl was good for the time, but man, it sucked. But that new one is so good. Like, oof. Yeah, I love me a good ship. So
Yeah, someday. I don't have the clearance for it, like the
I
actual like height and
yeah, I
width.
have it in the Lego room now, but I have the old one. So on my headboard of my bed, I have the Imperial flagship, the new Barracuda, the Black Pearl, and Queen Anne's Revenge are across my headboard in my room. And then I've got the Titanic on the TV stand in front of my bed. So, yeah.
It's funny. Yeah, all of those ships, and you have no ship-worthy water anywhere near you.
Just a salty lake.
Yeah,
Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship, you mean? Yes, Mav. Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. Whatever. Whatever. Lego. It's because the old set was Black Pearl, so they couldn't call it the same thing, right? I don't know. It was a beautiful set. That's all you need to know. It was a beautiful set. I bought two. It was amazing.
Yeah. I don't even think the price on that was that bad. Was that 280? Is that what that was?
It's like 400. I don't know. After tax, maybe 380.
Was it that much?
I swiped my credit
Yeah.
card. Think about it. It was day one. I was just like, shing, shing.
Shit, did I spend that much on that? We bought that on release day and we gave it away.
Oof.
Shit, I hope I didn't spend that much. I don't know. It was whatever it was.
Lego.
Lego, yep. Yes, it will always be the Black Pearl. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 380, 379.99 on Lego.com.
All right. Well, I guess it's not the worst thing we've done.
Hey, but you can purchase it right now and get a family of ducks while supplies last.
Yeah.
Till the
Well,
end of the month.
thankfully we got the compass. When we got it last time. We sold the compass.
Oh man, yeah, I kept that too.
Yeah.
Pirate though,
Yeah.
pure pirate. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we sold the compass to recoup some of the costs of the ship we were giving away.
there you go. There you go. Nice.
Yeah, that's kind of how I justify the higher end giveaways. So
Yeah.
I'm getting some of the money back.
That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give so much away on brick slopes that I just don't think about it anymore. I think, yeah, I could easily say we gave away probably over 50K plus last year in Lego sets.
Wow.
Pretty sure. So
Oh my word.
yeah,
Oh,
no other convention does that. Bricks Cascade does a good job. They come pretty close, I would say. So
now is Brick Slopes its own like business entity?
yeah, Brick Slopes LLC. Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be interesting come tax time. Now, I don't want to get too in the weeds with you. This is none of my business. But
I filed a loss many years.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
that paperwork's
we
gonna be
usually
hard.
write most of it off because we spend most of it. Like I said, we don't. The goal isn't to make money. The goal is to make sure we have a good AFOL experience. So, yeah, generally our losses are pretty hard. So,
Well, I guess that makes paying your taxes easier.
it sure does.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the tax man.
Yep.
Tax man is the worst. Which
Yeah. Close your eyes and swipe. You got it, Mav. You
Yeah.
got it. Every time.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? I just noticed what I was wearing. So that's appropriate there.
Yeah.
Give me my money. Yeah. Uncle Sam is about the only man I'm afraid of.
Well, and I mean, single dad, 3 kids. I have pretty good write-off stuff, so
Yeah.
helps.
That helps.
That helps.
Yeah. Yeah. Job number 1. That's a hell of a thing all on its own.
Yeah, I pay taxes on that one. That job, I pay a lot of taxes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, we're 2 hours in now, so I think this is probably a good stopping point here. Taxes,
Cool.
of course. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, Mav is also over here, so he knows the tax burden of this friggin', what do they call us? Taxachusetts. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. It's bad.
What's your guys' sales tax over there?
Sales tax isn't too bad. 6 1/4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I think Utah's 7 1/4, something like that.
Yeah, that's rough. And no sales tax on food and clothing here.
Oh,
Which at least that's nice.
nice.
Right.
Property tax is probably rough then.
Yeah, property tax is gross, and all the other fun things, excise tax, and we need 17 inspections on everything we do. And,
Ugh.
yeah, they keep it exciting, but
That's why that's the one major perk of going to Bricks Cascade, because when you go to the convention and buy Lego there, they have no sales tax. So
Oh.
your Lego is actually the price that's listed on Lego.com. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fly home with this now. Load up the suitcase.
Yeah, that's why I like shopping at Walmart. I have a tax exemption there.
Oh, there you go.
Because it's all business one way or another. Right?
Nice.
if-
You
if
send
I-
it to the write-off people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's if I build it, it's content, and if I don't build it, I sell it, and then it's
Yeah.
inventory, right?
Yeah. Who writes it off?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Seinfeld?
It's from Schitt's Creek.
Should oh yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, it has been a pleasure.
Yeah.
This has been awesome.
Nice to meet you
It's been cool
digitally.
hanging
Thanks
out.
for letting me hang out and spew my
Yeah.
hoopla and convention madness.
Well, hopefully I will see you in whatever it is, 4 weeks or so now.
Are we 4 weeks? What are we?
Yeah, I think we're.
Guess I should check that, huh?
I think
coming quick.
we land in 26 days. Is the Monday before?
Oh yeah, you're gonna be there way early.
Yeah, we're real early.
Are you taking your kids or no?
No.
Oh, that's actually sooner. You're like 18 days away.
Is it that soon? Oh Jesus! All right.
It says I'm checking in 21 days, so 3 weeks. So you're
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
We're right down to it. Yeah,
Cool.
we get some friends coming from Australia and
Oh, nice.
UK that we're going to meet up with a few days.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Do the Bean, do the Willis Tower. I've done them before. It's super fun. It sucks
Yeah.
to drive downtown, but it's super cool to be up in the tall building with the glass and the madness.
I like Madness.
Yeah.
Madness. I'm
So
in favor of that.
if you're afraid of heights, I would not recommend, but
Well, it's behind glass, right?
well, it's like they have a glass floor up there you can walk out on.
Well, that might be a little much.
Yeah, I got a little disoriented. I was like, oh, she is. But I was also drunk with my Lego friends, so that didn't help my cause. But,
Yeah.
it was
Well, that's how it's supposed to be.
yeah. It was a great time. So
All right. Right on.
cool.
All right. The
Well, then I'll
Bean?
just see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Awesome.
Easy.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I'll see you over there. Make sure you come for the parachutes. We'll have a rowdy time.
Oh yeah, you just let me know.
All right. We'll do. All right. Good night, everyone. We love
See
you
you, Ray.
guys. We'll see you next Tuesday at 9 p.m. And I don't know what we're doing because it's June and the kids are getting out of school and I'm all confused. I don't know what's happening. But
Nice.
we'll see you guys then. Good night. Until next time.
See you live.